Greetings to you, children of the world. It is I, Doug Trussell, and tonight on Drug History, we're gonna talk about LSD and dolphins.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, in 1961, Dr. John Lilly published an amazing book called Man and Dolphin. He wrote, wow, these dolphins are smart. They're not like what we thought. They're not just sea rats. They're talking to each other. They're social. They're advanced. And we don't even know it yet, but I thought we could talk to these sweeties. So yeah, there was a big dolphin boom. Everybody's reading Lily's book, and Carl Satan, Carl Satan is a cool name. Carl Satan is so much cooler than Marilyn Manson. I so hope someone watching this starts a fucking badass band and renames themselves Carl Satan. All right, Carl Sagan's reading this book and he's like, whoa, if dolphins can fucking talk? What the fuck, man? This book is blowing my mind. So Sagan calls a meeting. SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, their members before it even existed are like, shit, we gotta learn to talk to these fucking aliens. And they're all like, dolphins are these fucking mammals, man. And they live in the sea, they can talk. If we can figure out how to talk to them, maybe we can figure out how to talk to aliens. NASA's like, fuck, man, let's do this shit. NASA gives John Lilly a shit ton of money. So John Lilly starts a dolphin laboratory in St. Thomas in the Caribbean in 1963. It's called the Communications Research Institute, CRI. So somehow John Lilly gets 3 dolphins. And he's looking at them, he's like, all right, I'm gonna name you Pamela. I'm gonna call you Sissy. And I'm gonna call you Peter. And we're gonna teach you how to speak English. So, someone who works there, her name's Margaret Howe Lovett. And he says to her, listen, I'm gonna give you Peter. You teach Peter how to talk. Margaret says, I am going to teach you English. He's like, she'd be like, my name is Margaret. And he'd be like, and like,
It doesn't sound like her name.
no, and it was a fucking dolphin, give him a break. Imagine if somebody took you out of the earth onto an alien spaceship and they're like, hey, listen, talk with your ass. That's Peter's situation. So she wanted to be around the dolphin all the time. Her bed is next to the dolphin aquarium. She built her desk and a platform above the tank. She basically moves into Peter's apartment. So Peter seems to be learning. And Lily's like, shit, man. Margaret, I think you and Peter are hitting it off. But here's the problem. Dolphins are sexual creatures.
Uh-oh.
So it's like rubbing up against her. It's humping her leg. It's like, look what's happening to me. And she's like, oh, wow, like he needs to fuck. So when Peter would get horny, they would like lift him out of the tank and put him in the tank with the 2 other girls, dolphins.
Nice.
And sure as shit, afterwards, he started learning English better. Margaret's like, talk time. We can talk, now you talk. Peter's like, fuck, I think they want me to say their monkey talk. But I'm horny. She's like, God damn it, here we go again. But moving a dolphin sucks. And she's like, I didn't know I was gonna become a fucking Uber for dolphin fucking. And at some point, she's like, listen guys, we can't do this. We don't have the time. I'll jerk him off, what's the big deal? Margaret started jerking Peter off in between lessons.
Do you think the hand job had a special allure for him? Because dolphins don't have hands.
I think as a dolphin, Peter was not stuck on hands or no hands. He was just like, I'm from the ocean. You? I don't know what the fuck you're from. You're some kind of monkey thing. I think I know what will make you happy though. That's making me come.
My career is over.
What?
My career is over tonight. Where'd the drugs get into the story?
Okay, so John Lilly's at a party. He meets the wife of the producer of Flipper who gives him LSD. Everyone's on acid. John Lilly gets the idea. If we start giving acid to dolphins, I bet they'll talk to us.
You all right?
I'm fine, man.
You spinning?
I'm not spinning. Yet. I hate spinning. Do you have a solution to spinning, doctor?
Vomiting.
God, that's so evil. So fucked up. There's nothing else?
Not drinking so much.
God damn it.
So the lab. So the LSD.
All right. One of John Lilly's dolphins was traumatized. It had been hit by a spear gun, and it was afraid of humans. He goes in the laboratory with a bunch of acid. This would be great. We could talk to the dolphins. Let's talk to dolphins! He gives the dolphin acid. The dolphin that was formerly scared of humans swims up to him and looks him in the eye. There's a moment where it's like, wait, maybe this isn't about language. Maybe it's something deeper than language. And John Lilly realized, wow, this works.
Fuck this blowhole communication. This is something bigger.
Exactly! It's not just the guttural sound you make out of your fucking hamburger tube. So, John Lilly starts giving the dolphins acid. Margaret is like, hey, John, do you mind not injecting Peter with acid? That'd be awesome. I don't think he wants acid. I don't want you to give it to him. Margaret's like, I love this dolphin. I don't know. And Lily's like, no, I'm gonna give Peter acid. It seems to make them a little more like communicative. It seems to excite them in some way. And he gave it acid. So, John Lilly is on acid. So they're both tripping. So, eventually, Hustler catches wind of the fact that Margaret is like jerking off dolphins and writes an article. They made it like Hustler style.
Yeah.
Someone at NASA opens it up and they're like, what the fuck? I paid $1 million to that asshole and they're out there fucking the dolphins. And so Carl Sagan comes in one day and he's like, I'm Carl Sagan and I'm a very respected scientist. I love space, you know that. I think space is amazing, but there's a couple of things I think are weird that are now happening in the universe. Number one, jerking off dolphins, and number two, giving them acid. And you know what, John? When I said let's talk to fucking dolphins, I didn't mean let's teach them to speak English. Let's learn their language. You don't go to Japan and kidnap a Japanese man and start jerking him off and giving him fucking acid and then ask him to learn English. John, I'm sorry, I'm angry, but really just think about it from my perspective, man. The next time I go to fucking NASA, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, Carl. Who are you gonna jerk off in this experiment? Aliens? An owl? A partridge? What's it gonna be, Carl? Oh yeah, sure, we'll give you money. Get the fuck out of here. So, the lab shuts down in 1966. Peter went to another laboratory. It wasn't a lab like the one he was at. This is just a fucked up, basic, shitty, goddamn dolphin lab. Peter's heart was broken. He loved Margaret. So Peter swims to the bottom of the aquarium and he dies. He drowns himself.
Dolphins can choose not to breathe.
Yeah, Peter especially. And Margaret's heart was broken. She was she was really hurt by that. So this is like the important point, man.
Mm-hmm.
John Lilly's work led to a worldwide recognition of dolphins and whales as intelligent life forms. And thanks to his work, they passed the Marine Mammal Protection Act, which kept dolphins and whales safe.
In spite of the peculiar twists and turns of this story, why was this important history?
I think Peter taught us that no matter how bad it seems, like you can make it better. Right? Like he's like, if you believe in yourself, if you truly believe in yourself, you can get a monkey descendant to make you come. Oh God, I wish I was born in the city.